Hey, I'm Deanna.
And I'm Kat.
And this is Gaming with the Girls.
Today we're going to be taking a look at Breath of Fire 4 on the PlayStation Uno.
Breath of Fire 4. This game takes place in a fantasy sort of world, kind of inspired by European and Japanese folklore. The world itself is divided into two different halves. One being the Western Faux Empire, which is modeled after like China and the Japanese thing, and then the Eastern Kingdoms, which are areas that are kind of like Europe and Arabia.
The game brings a lot of really different characters to the scene. There's the main like protagonist and antagonist. You've got Ryu, who he's a young guy, but he's the end of a long line of people that can change into these really powerful dragons. The antagonist would be Fao Lu, and has the same ability, and he was the founder of the before-mentioned Fao Empire. And he has this, same kind of abilities. He can change into a dragon, but he's slightly, of course, he's the antagonist, so he's the bad guy. Basically, we follow Ryu on his quest. He's trying to find Fao Lu, and we've got a lot of other people that come into play, like Nina, who originally finds Ryu in the desert, and she, of course, is named after the heroine of the previous Breath of Fire. We've got Cray, who has a thing for Nina's sister. Urshan, who is a robot-like armor kind of guy who speaks in third person. It's always awesome. We've got a mercenary kind of guy, Sias, who basically he just lives for money and does that. Well, what else do mercenaries do? And then there's Ursula, the granddaughter of a military commander, who's pretty awesome.
She's also a sea witch. In case you didn't know.
Awesome. Little Mermaid reference there.
Alright, so the gameplay in this game, let's see. The camera can be rotated by the player to a full 360 degrees in some parts of the game. The game's in full 3D, and the characters, they're kind of like these two-dimensional hand-drawn people, and each playable character is giving their own skill that they can use to, destroy obstacles, solve puzzles outside of battles, because those occur randomly throughout the game.
The battles take place. You can have up to 3 characters against basically any number of opponents. They're, as opposed to some role-playing games where you have just randomly shoot and click and everybody can do their thing at the same time. This is a turn-based kind of a combat sequence where each person you open a menu for each person, and it says whether you want to use a special or attack or is a spell or whatever for each person per turn, and you can choose the recipient of said action. And if you have, say there's 5 people in your party, but you're only allowed to fight with up to 3, the 2 that you choose to sit it out can regain health each time. So, say if you get one of your characters gets attacked, that's cool for the next turn to have them sit out and have someone go in that you weren't playing before, so that you can build back up your health. And also those people that you have sit out don't become affected by attacks, so that's kind of cool, so you're not constantly getting bombarded while you're trying to heal up. Also, it has a combo system which allows you, if you do a certain amount or skills and spells in a certain order, you can gain bonus stuff. For instance, like if you cast 2 ice spells in a sequence, like back to back, you'll produce a really awesome, strong ice attack. Same thing with like a fire or wind spells. You know, if you combine them, you can intensify the effect. That's what I'm going for.
All right. Shortly after the Breath of Fire 3, Capcom's production studio started working on Breath of Fire 4. They had the same writer. Forgive me if I pronounce this wrong. Makoto Akihara. He had developed the other game scripts, and for Breath of Fire 4, he actually decided to take the series in a new direction after the previous 3 game arcs. Because Capcom in the USA, they had financial difficulties at the start of the new year, and so Breath of Fire 4, when produced in North America, it only took a period of 7 months, and it just released in time for the 2000 holiday season in America.
Some fun stuff. Actually, there was a lot of censorship that went on in this game. There were a few deleted scenes. I think there was like 3. Tone, like language and just language and like suggestive stuff throughout the whole thing. But there's a few scenes. There's a decapitation scene.
Mm-hmm.
There's a naked lady scene.
My favorite.
Oh, I love naked ladies in video games.
Ew.
Totally normal. Just like inappropriate stuff that when here in North America we're a little more sensitive to that kind of stuff than in Japan. So of course they have to take things out because heaven forbid small children see boobies.
All right, let's see. Breath of Fire 4, during its original release in Japan, it actually was pretty well received. Pretty well.
What?
Pretty well received.
Deanna has a lisp.
No, I don't have a lisp. I have a R problem. I don't know. Anyways, it earned a 31 out of 40 from Weekly Famitsu magazine in Japan. And in Japan, it would sell an estimated 300,000-ish copies in 2000. And it also qualified for Sony's PlayStation The Best label, allowing it to be re-released in September of 2002. The game's English release in North America and Europe was met with a almost good response, like the one in Japan, with the GamePro magazine, who awarded it a 5 out of 5 and an Editor's Choice Award.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Alright, well, it looks like we're running out of time, so until next time, we will see you guys later.